there's a lot of things that Christians accuse atheists of doing, things that Christians or theists say about atheists, or they think that we do. Now, and
they're all true.
And they're all true. It's actually misinformed things theists say about atheists. Now, in this particular one, and I've heard this, that they think that atheists worship the devil. That one makes me scratch my head. I put out a little whisper today to see how many people actually believe this. And surprisingly enough, I actually had a couple of them say they didn't believe that. But, of course, one of them had to say, well, you atheists think you worship yourselves, but that's a whole other story. It's like, no, that's not. We don't even worship ourselves. We don't worship anything. That's just not it. The fact is that people out there today still think that we worship the devil. I mean, that kind of blows my mind. We're going to start the timer, and the timer starts now. Connie, your thoughts?
Well, on the Satanist website, why do Satanists worship the devil? Answer, we don't. Satanists are atheists. We see the universe as being indifferent to us, and so all morals and values are subjective human constructs. I think the main reason that people would assume that atheists worship the devil, their main argument, is because, they say we worship ourselves, but it's because we are assured in our own minds. Mm-hmm. It's that we have proof in our mind that we reason things out, and that is putting ourselves in the place of God, which is the spirit of Antichrist.
Right.
They see us as being deceived,
mm-hmm.
and we think that we are just being rational and reasonable, but in actuality that Satan is deceiving us, and he's making us think that we are perfectly fine without God. So,
yeah.
And then again, because Satan is the father of lies and rebellion, that again, it doesn't matter that we're not actively worshiping him, although some people do think that.
Right.
They think, well, you're just inadvertently doing it, because if you're not worshiping God, then you're worshiping the devil.
Could be Satan.
The agent behind everything. Yep. So
yeah, there was an example. I looked this up on. I actually looked this up online too. It's like there's a dualistic part of the nature that says if you're not serving God, you basically head right at it. It says you're serving Satan, and if you're not our friend, then you're our enemy. So You're obviously worshiping Satan because you don't believe the same thing we believe. So obviously you're worshiping the devil. It's like, no, we don't. That's your mythology. Try to explain this to them sometimes, but it's just...
He's just another imaginary
that's
being.
Right. That's right. It's just another imaginary friend for somebody, or imaginary enemy, If you have an imaginary friend, you got to have an imaginary enemy to go against each other, so you can sit there and eat the popcorn and watch them battle. It's like BattleBots. Wait, BattleBots is wrong. Hasn't been on in a long time. But I'm watching the repeats.
I remember BattleBots. Anyway.
My favorite was Vlad the Impaler, but... Joe, your thoughts?
We do worship Satan.
Shh.
Shh, don't tell them that. You're not supposed to know that.
I mean, fucking duh.
Dawkins in the chat room real quick. He says, I served Satan once. He didn't leave a tip. Tight ass bastard. Well, he was at the Denny's. I had to serve him. So.
Ordered everything a la carte.
Right. Fucking bastard. No tipper.
Bar tab.
Poor tipper.
I've spent a lot of time looking through saved searches on Twitter of what people say about atheists, and believe it or not, there's actually a lot of teenagers, and when I say teenagers, I mean accounts that look like they're owned by teenagers, who say atheists don't believe in Satan, they don't believe in any gods, you idiots. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people that say that, whether they're atheists or not. They're just saying that because it's like, wait a minute, hold on, hold the phone. And I don't know if these people are reacting to someone saying that to them, like, oh, an atheist worships Satan. and they're just reacting to it like, "Oh, you're an idiot," because they don't believe in that either.
Right.
But that is a common tweet. Like if you search for atheist and Satan, that's probably one of the most common tweets you'll see popping up. So at least there's like, on behalf of the teenagers of the world, they are trying to set that straight for us.
Right.
And I thank them for that. I mean, bravo. Good job.
Yes. And I actually applaud the people on Whisper that replied and said, no, atheists don't believe that they worship the devil. I mean, that's silly.
I think the paradigm is starting to shift if that many kids are saying that, because if the old attitude was, well, if you don't believe in God, that means you're against God, and if you're against God, that means you're for Satan.
Right.
I think that paradigm is shifting. People are actually understanding the difference between what you're for and against and what you believe in. So that is a promising aspect to this. But I mean, aside from that, Satan?
Satan? Could it be
Satan?
So, somebody on Facebook, somebody I'm friends with on Facebook, posted this great picture of a pizza that they got from a pizzeria, and every they offer different cutting styles with the pizza cutters, and one of the cutting styles that they offer is a pentagram. They would cut the pizza into a pentagram, so there's actual like triangle slices all around it. And then there's like funny shaped slices in the middle. Like imagine a pentagram on a pizza. And the centerpiece is the biggest piece because it's the middle of the star. And he said this is the most popular pizza cut that they offer, and everybody orders it on Wednesdays. And I was like, that's genius. I want one. And why on Wednesday?
Right.
What's this?
Well,
why is Satan so special on Wednesday?
Well, the devil comes out on Wednesday because it's half price night. I got to play this sound real quick here.
Could it be Satan?
Nice.
Oh, Dana Carvey.
I mean, if I lived near that pizzeria, I'd be like, all right, I need a large pie with extra cheese, extra pepperoni, and extra Satan.
Right. Real quick here, the Dawkins dog in chat said, this nut job I talk to daily on Facebook insists that all other religions are satanic. Then again, she sees demons everywhere.
Sadly, that's it.
Oh, and that's our time. So, yeah, there's...
Hopefully Joe is right, though. Hopefully it's less of a thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's going to be less of a thing, too. I mean,
right.
It's going away, but it's not...
And spoiler alert, Satan isn't real.
Shh. Shh. He's coming over for dinner next week. You got to be quiet. He's going to hurt... You're going to hurt his feelings.
I was making a brisket and everything.
Heavy metal music is just pretend. They're just making fun of you for thinking that it's real.
Right.